Good morning. It's Wednesday. I hope everybody is having a great morning. Have you ever felt emotionally drained just from being around people? Even people that you love. That's not you being dramatic. That is compassion fatigue. Welcome to day 2 of Reclaim Your Energy. I'm Teresa Mitchell. I am a freedom mindset and recovery coach. And yesterday we talked about where your energy goes and the hidden drains that we don't see. Today we're going to dig into a powerful one, emotional energy, and how empathy, overcaring, and emotional suppression drains us silently. So emotional energy is your ability to feel, process, and respond to the emotional demands of life. When you're constantly giving care or support, your emotional tank can run dry. This is especially common for caregivers, healthcare workers, and service professionals and teachers. Because you're constantly giving of your emotions. You are constantly in interactions with people who are in high emotional states. You are talking to people at some of the hardest times of their life. And so we tend to, as humans, take on some of those emotions. But I want to tell you that you can love people deeply and still feel completely depleted by them. That's not a sign of failure. It's a sign that you're human. Okay, so what is compassion fatigue? I know we kind of heard this as a buzzword during the pandemic around healthcare workers, but anybody, really anybody, can suffer from compassion fatigue. Compassion fatigue is the emotional residue from constantly witnessing or holding space for other people's pain. It's not burnout from doing too much, it's more so burnout from feeling too much. The symptoms include numbness, not necessarily in your body, but emotional numbness, irritability, emotional detachment, or crying easily over the smallest of things. So think reactive emotions, like something happens and you're immediately irritable, sad, whatever it is, very reactive, explosive emotions. These are symptoms of compassion fatigue. Have you ever felt like you just can't care anymore, even when you want to? It's not weakness. It's a sign that your emotions are depleted. It is a sign that your tank has run dry. So I want you to think of your emotional tank much like your gas tank. Every time you are there for someone, every time you feel something for someone, every time you express empathy or sympathy, that is a depletion of your energy fuel tank. And so every time you have an emotional situation that you're dealing with, that takes a little bit more. If you're caring for a loved one who is sick right now, every time you're there for them, every time you support them, every time you wipe their tears, every time you wipe their mouth after they've been sick, like every one of those is an emotional depletion of your emotional, or a depletion of your emotional fuel tank. So how do we protect and rebuild our emotional energy? Number 1 is name what you're carrying. Name it. Journal or process with a coach or a therapist to get the emotional weight out of your system. Yesterday I talked about shaking like a dog. You got to shake it out. Have a dance party. Any of those things. But we need to say what we're carrying. Name it. I am carrying the emotional weight of helping my loved one through a cancer journey. I'm carrying the emotional weight of helping my child go through the hard parts of junior high. Whatever it is, name it, talk about it, get it out so that it's not just festering inside of you. Set emotional boundaries, and remember, you're not responsible for everyone else's happiness, healing, or emotions. This can look like simply carving out 5 minutes a day where you go and you have quiet time alone. If you are a caregiver, maybe it looks like doing that while your loved one is asleep, rather than mopping, sweeping, doing the dishes, refilling their prescriptions, all the things that you're supposed to be doing. Instead, taking some time to rest for yourself, even if it is just 5 minutes a day. Setting some boundaries around your emotions. Number 3 is practice detachment with compassion. So you can stay present without absorbing other people's pain as your own. So when you practice empathy, it is literally putting yourself in the other person's shoes. When we listen to a friend who is going through something, when we listen to a story that is emotionally draining, heart-wrenching, whatever, we tend to put ourselves in the other person's shoes. So when you are already emotionally depleted, this can just deplete you even further. So instead, I want to invite you to listen, be emotionally present, but don't put yourself in their shoes. Instead, just see it from their perspective, listen, share, show caring, but don't take on that pain as your own. This can be really hard, especially for my empathetic friends. But it is something that I, as a coach, have had to learn to do. I can't take on everybody's problems. I can't make their problems my own. I listen as if I am reading a book, as if I am listening to an audible. I give feedback, but I don't take that pain on as my own. If I did that, I would have quit this profession long ago. But it is a tool that I help my clients start to utilize so that they are able to listen, be present, but not take on all of that pain as their own, as a way of protecting their emotional energy. Number 4 is schedule joy and safe outlets. Laughter, creativity, movement, music. Give your emotions a place to flow. Like I said, dance it out, shake it out like a dog. Something to get those emotions out in a safe and healthy way. Emotional energy isn't just something we lose. It is something we can intentionally protect. So scheduling joy, have safe outlets. Those are ways that we can rebuild our joy and also protect our joy. Because instead of just give, we are give, refill, give, refill, give, refill. And so we don't reach that totally depleted place. Drop a comment and tell me what's one way you know that your emotional energy is low. That awareness is the first step towards refueling and taking back your emotional energy. Tomorrow, we're talking about mental energy, decision fatigue, overstimulation, and how to clear your mind so that you can function at your best. You're not going to want to miss it. Come back tomorrow around this time. Okay, bye.